Hello all, Gettysburg Jerry here. Today we're going to continue our blog building skills by talking about some software that will help you write prettier and more visually appealing blogs. As we all know, content is important, consistency is important. However, creating an eye-appealing blog is also very important. Today we'll be talking about a program called NVU. You can find information about NVU or download the software for free. It's free. I always love free stuff. At nvu.com. And NVU stands for New View. And what you can do with NVU, you'll be able to change your font size, your font color, your font style. You'll be able to move very easily between WYSIWYG and HTML. And it's a pretty handy tool. There are other ones out there. However, this was introduced to me years back from Debbie Maxwell in North Carolina, and I have used it ever since. And it just works for me. Like I said, there's others out there. It's not important which one you use. It's important that you use one. It's because if you're going to move your blogging to the next level, you've got to take that change. So without further ado, all right, we're going to go ahead and try and get started here. As you can see, I've opened up NVU on one of the screens here, and we have the ActiveRain new blog screen ready to roll over here. So when I go ahead and get started on a blog, the first thing I do is I come to NVU. I open it up, and as you can see, I've written in some information there, and this right here is the title. So to change the size of the title so that it stands out from the rest, all you do is highlight it, and then you're going to go up here to Format, and you're going to go to Font, and I will change the font there, and there's a ton of them to choose from. I usually use, let's go down here because it's pretty easy to see, and you just scroll through. As you can see, there's lots of them there. All right, we'll try that again. Sorry about that. So you're going to go up to Font, and then I'm going to use Tahoma. And you just highlight the one you want, and there you have it. Now you can see that they're two different fonts, and that's just fine. You can make them all the same font. You just go ahead and highlight, go up to Format, Font, and let's choose Tahoma again. So now we have everything all in the same font. However, this is our title. So we're going to want our title to be larger. And that's very easily done by simply going over here on the right. You'll see there's a big A with an arrow facing up, and here on the left is a small a with the arrow facing down. Obviously, if we hit the down arrow, it makes the font smaller. If we go to the bigger, we can just make it big. And it can get very, very big. What I like to do is I like to make the title the largest, and then I like to make the subparagraphs a little bit bigger, but not quite as big as the title. And then I like to keep the actual content the smallest. So you have three different pieces here. We have the title, we have the subtitles, and then we have our content. You can repeat the subtitle and the content size throughout the blog. Now the other things you can do with this is you also have bold, initialized, and italicized, and underlined. So this is just like any other Word program. You can bold things, and you can italicize them, and you can underline them. So it's very easily used, okay? Now, one of the things that's interesting about NVU that I really enjoy is a lot of times when you're working with blogs, you'll need to be in HTML. Now, I don't know if all of you know what WYSIWYG stands for. WYSIWYG, as you know, is here on our ActiveRain blogs. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. And that's pretty much, this is WYSIWYG. What you type in is what you get. Now, you can easily change if you go up to View, and you can click on, it's on normal mode, you can click on HTML, and look what happens. It changes all of your text into HTML. And now you're asking, why is that important? Well, the reason that's important is you're going to take this text, okay? We're going to switch it back to normal. First thing we're going to do is we're going to copy, and then we're going to come over to our blog post, and we're going to put in our title. Then we're going to come back here, and we're going to highlight everything. Again, I like to keep my title in the blog itself too, so we do that. And then I'm going to copy and head back over and put this in the body. And for some reason, ActiveRain doesn't like to paste sometimes. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. But so here you go. So now you have everything that you had over here, you have it over here. Okay? So what you're going to do then is you're going to come down, and you normally add your tags. You're going to leave it in draft mode, okay? And then you're going to come down. You're not going to hit any of these things yet. You're going to hit post your blog entry. Okay? Answer yes. Okay. And there's your blog. Now, say you want to add a video. So you have everything here in WYSIWYG. Everything looks nice. Okay? However, video, a lot of times, needs to be done in HTML. So we're going to go up here and we're going to hit our edit button, which brings us back. Okay? Now, we're going to change this to HTML. We're going to hit OK. That changes everything to HTML. We click here and come down and start a new paragraph. Now, from here, what we'll do is, say we're using I'm going to get out of here. Say we're using, let's see, where's my, there we are. We're going to go to YouTube, and where we hit the share button, you're going to see it's going to come up in a link, but we don't want the link. We want to embed it. We want to embed this into our post. And now, we definitely don't want to use, we don't want to suggest videos when the video finishes. And what we want to do is use the old embed code. Okay? And that will bring up your code right here. So you're just going to simply copy. And then come down a little bit from where you are and paste. Now, as you can see, everything is in HTML. My recommendation from years of working with ActiveRain is your best bet right now is to put in all your tags. So put in all your tags, make sure everybody gets what they need. And then I am not going to go public, but you would normally either choose public or draft or members only at this point. And then you can add it to your outside blog if you wish. You can add it, you go ahead and add your channels, do all those things. But I'm going to, for this, I'm going to leave everything in HTML, and I'm going to act like I'm publishing it to the public. So what you're going to do is hit your blog post, you're going to say OK, and watch what happens. There you go. So what happens is now you end up with, there's your dialogue, there's your content, title, subparagraph, subtitle, and paragraph. And then here is your blog, your video. So it's a great way to go ahead and move information quickly. Okay? Now there's some other things, let's go back. There's some other things that NVU will do for you. Besides having, you can add links. Now the links you can add, normally, to be honest with you, I add my links when I switch everything over and I'm in ActiveRain. I add my links, I add my pictures. Pictures I can manipulate the pictures better on ActiveRain's site. And the links I like the links better. I think it's just better. There is a spell check, and what I do is I use both spell checks. You can see spell check up here. I use the spell check on NVU, and then I do it again on ActiveRain because, believe it or not, they both pick up different things. It's just one of the things I find which is the best way to do. But if you wanted to do everything here, you have your links, you have your image, you have everything you can add there. Okay? Now, there's a publish button here, but that's if you're using NVU as a website. So we won't get into that. You can save everything here. What I do is I hit save, and I will save it into, it automatically goes into my Dropbox. And Dropbox is obviously something accessible from any device that I'm on, my laptop, my desktop, my tablet, or even my phone at this point now. I can get it through my phone, so I can work on stuff anywhere that I am. The other thing that this will do, okay, we're going to go ahead and take the title, and if you look up here, you can see that's going to open up to give you a plethora of colors. So you can choose. Now this tells me that the last color I picked was black. Now where that comes in handy is when you change a color, okay, you're going to choose this, let's say this orange. Notice how it changes, and you're going to click OK. Now when you come back, you've got a changed color. What's interesting is, which I like about NVU, is when you go to the next one and you want to choose a color again, it tells you what the last color you picked was, which I really like. So if you're doing stuff where you want your subtitles to be in a constant color, you don't have to keep playing games. You know which one is the last one you picked, and it really works really, really well. So that's really, really helpful. And you can do a lot of things. You know, you can take, let's see, you can take your title and you can make it into a completely different font. And there you go. There's just so much you can do with NVU and ActiveRain together. They both work very, very well. And like I said, it comes across, if you're writing just verbiage, no pictures, even pictures are fine, but if you're not embedding any video, you don't need to go to HTML. You can do the whole thing in WYSIWYG, copy and paste into ActiveRain. The only reason I like to do this on NVU instead of ActiveRain's site is there's quite a bit more manipulation that you can do with the text in NVU. So I would like to recommend NVU to everybody, and of course ActiveRain. And hopefully this video was helpful. And if you need any more information, by all means, contact GettysburgJerry.com or StudMuffinMedia.com, and I'd be happy to help you out. Happy blogging, folks!